So if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how the title is clickbait, but let me assure you it isn't. A Minecraft SMP that I made was the premise for the entire animated series, and it looks like this. Allow me to explain.
Eight YouTubers play Bedwars, and this is what happens. Here we go.
This story all begins 4 years ago with a small 8-person Bedwars YouTuber event. I was invited to it out of the blue, all because one of the members didn't show up, and the host thought my content was pretty good.
This doesn't seem like Minecraft at all. It
Now
seems
kids,
like
this is what we like to call a miracle. Here I met not only the host named Kermitted, but also someone else named Kalo, who will become important later in the story. And now, because what you need to know is we're soon going to become best friends, but we aren't at that point in the story yet. After all, one Bedwars YouTuber event doesn't make you friends with someone.
Oh, hi.
I think.
Well, that too.
So I needed to do something to bridge the gap, which is definitely every introvert's favorite thing to do. Am I even an introvert? But I had no opportunity to. What the f does that mean? But I had no opportunity to do so, as 2 months passed, with nothing occurring at all, as I had already moved on with my life, never to speak to the duo again. But then, a little server called SMP Earth came around, a server I grew to be completely obsessed with. People usually say that SMP Earth didn't have the same spark that other SMPs did, but when you're watching from the POV of someone who literally took over the world while you yourself have never been into SMPs in the past, I'd completely disagree with that. But anyhow, with a moment of inspiration, I decided to make my own SMP. As I, alongside inviting about 4 of my own friends, additionally decided that I'd invite Kermitted, who I thought was pretty cool from the 2 interactions we had had in the event.
Dang, her nipples large for real, bro. You wanna see this?
Yeah, a lot of miracles happened in this time. And of course, since I was shamelessly ripping off SMP Earth, I shamelessly ripped their faction system as well, being that everyone needed teammates. So, with that, I told Kermitted that he would have to get some teammates for the event. And he went, "Oh, by the way, Kalo my teammate, that's why she here." Acknowledgement. Damn, I was badass back then. So, only a few weeks later, the SMP began. And with the addition of Kalo and Kermitted, the SMP was a huge success! When I began the SMP, I wanted it to be all peaceful and boring, but Kalo and Kermitted completely flipped it on its head, with Kermitted acting as the chaotic mastermind, burning people's houses down and being an overall menace, while appearing to be a well-behaved player when I was around. And Kalo, a main character syndrome hothead protagonist, helping out stopping my reign after I did jack as in response she decided to. So basically, we made the Dream SMP a year before the Dream SMP without the roleplay and the other dream stuff. But anyways, with my strong imposing figure, I battled the homeless society Kermitted and Kalo belonged to almost every night, having a blast while doing so. But not everything good can last forever, as the happy days of the Simp SMP weren't above that role, coming in to 2020. After various fights between my faction and the homeless society, Simp SMP's energy it initially had was fading, and soon after, it fully came to a close. But I didn't really want it to end, so I tried to make a season 2, and at some point even a season 3 with communism, but none of these attempts worked. Me, Kalo, and Kermitted all remain good friends to this day. We still even have a Simp SMP alike we're playing on right now, but that's not what's important right now. What's important is one of my revival attempts, which stood out among the rest. In an attempt to revive Simp SMP before I started the season 2, I figured I could spice it up with custom weapons, such as Dragon Armor from Skyblock. In an attempt to test these weapons, I decided to get Kalo on, and then I proceeded to kick her ass indiscriminately for 30 minutes straight. But this gave her a flash of inspiration to animate her ass getting beat. Why did she do this?
Is this what you wanted? It's me and you, Ender.
The animation wasn't the greatest, the voice acting wasn't the greatest, nothing was peak, but for being solo animated by one of my friends, it was absolutely amazing to see. It felt like a full cinematic experience, but there was a problem. I was lazy and I didn't send any voice lines to Kaylo. So she decided to have her own character win the fight in the animation. As after it, she decided to make a post-credit scene where Kermit revealed himself as the true villain, blah 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 blah. So, while I attempted to revive the Simp SMP, my friend Kaylo saw something different. An opportunity to make her own revival. Get it? Because the series is called Revival. So after 3 years of solid animation, this leads us all the way up to today, where the simple animation has turned into a full-blown anime, with its upcoming 4th episode looking like this. I mean, this is so good that it looks better than Dragon Ball Super. I mean, that's so much of a compliment. Revival now focuses on a protagonist by the name of Kay instead of Kaylo, an antagonist by the name of Kiera instead of Kermitted, and my character called Ender, who just exists to die! Thanks, Kaylo! These guys were all part of a team before Kiera decided to fake his death, framing Ender for the crime and causing Kay to attempt to get revenge. The two would fight leading into the first episode, of which mine and Kaylo's fight is only a third of. But that's all I can really say about the series for now, because even after 3 years of stupendous animation quality, it's still being entirely solo animated by me friend. Oh, I was gonna say me, but I'm not animating it. Nuh-uh. I just make stupid YouTube videos. It's still being entirely solo animated by my friend Kaylo, with 3 episodes being released to the public. So, if it sounds even remotely interesting to you, I recommend you check it out. But anyhow, more about me now. I myself just make dumb YouTube videos like these while Kaylo makes these full animations, but I plan to go big with YouTube in 2024, assuming I don't delete my channel, which I will if I don't reach 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, so if you can, please subscribe to help me out, and if you like this video, check out this one here, as it's similar in style to this one and is more talking about how the creator landscape is dying. And if you want to watch something that's more traditional, check out this video where I beat Bedwars without breaking the 10 commandments. Enough said. Spontaneous explosion!